We are on our final right-hand rule. Now, the third right-hand rule is a little bit trickier than rule number 1 or number 2 because you are dealing with 3 variables. Now we are dealing with not only current and magnetic fields, we are now throwing in a force. What happens is if you have a wire in a magnetic field, that wire will actually move. And that's the electromagnetic force that pushes it along. So, for our third right-hand rule, I'm going to modify it a bit. The rules say, hey, keep your hand flat. Your thumb is the direction of current. Your fingers are the direction of the magnetic field, and your palm is the direction of the force. Well, to make it a little bit easier to see, okay, notice I've done my magnetic field in red. My thumb is in blue, so that's current. And instead of holding my hand flat, I'm going to bend my fingers so it looks like that, okay? So my thumb is coming straight at you. The red is my magnetic field, and these fingers point in the direction of the force. So it makes it a little bit easier to see, but you can always do the flat palm and know that your palm pushes in the direction of the force. This way, though, I wanted you to see the points of the arrows so you know where force goes, okay? So let's see how this works with the paper. Depending on your question, here the red X's are my magnetic field. Notice my magnetic field goes into the paper. Remember those X's and those symbols? This is my current carrying wire, and it says my current is going up. Now, when I put this wire in that magnetic field, which way will it move? Let's find out. So, my thumb is in the direction of the current. It is going up. The red arrow is the direction of the magnetic field, and my fingers are pointing that way. Okay, so magnetic field into the board, current up. Which way are my fingers pointing? That is the direction of my force. Okay, again, the red finger is in the direction of my magnetic field, which is into the board, point into the board. The current is going up, so my thumb goes up. Which way is the force? The arrows point that way. So my force goes that way. Now let's look at this one. This is a little bit different. Okay, if you remember from your notes, magnetic fields go out of north and into south. Out of north into south. This is my wire, and the current is going down. Now, do you see these little green arrows? Think of this as a 3D. In other words, if this were my magnet, my horseshoe magnet, and this were my wire, would it go backwards, forwards, left, or right? Okay? Well, let's find out. If we know the magnetic field goes from north to south, so that's the red arrow on my finger, okay? So I'm pointing north to south. And the current goes down, so my thumb has to go down. My fingers, if you notice, my fingers are pointing into the board. Well, it's going to the back. That would be this one. So the force would push this wire toward the back. Remember, this is supposedly a 3D image. I tried my best, guys, okay? So last time, current goes down. Magnetic field goes from left to right, so that's that way. Current goes down. And my fingers are pointing into the board. See how that goes? Just turn it in the direction it needs to go. Fingers are into the board, going into the back. So this is going to the back. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher. We'll be happy to help.